Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
G'day, team.
We caught up with the Premier today because budgets are fun.
Yep. Every building has them. We're going to discuss the main problem with the haves and have-nots of Nova.
It's a really good
Believe
point,
it or
mate.
not, we're have-nots.
We catch up with Griffin Logue from the Fremantle Dockers.
And?
Andrew McGovern.
Yeah.
Andrew, that's his dad. Oh, I played with him. Jeremy McGovern.
Oh, now you sound old.
Actually. It's the saddest thing you've
I
ever
was so
said.
young. He was old. Boy.
What
Anyway,
are you sick of people taking?
Yes.
We
Nathan,
talked to
that's
those people.
outrageous.
Oh, and also, we're going to talk about something weird to do with Ali, and then we find out if there are other people that are just as weird as her.
We were
Yeah.
shocked to find
And we're
out.
amazed to find out there's one woman that actually is.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Now, I'm going to be voting today because I'll be away.
Yes, definitely. Definitely won't be here on
something in your
election
eye?
day.
Something in your eye?
Got to just get my story straight. I always think you're going to get grilled. So I made sure that it's a really
I'm travelling
lovely,
for work.
It's Airbnb and
But you don't want to overcook it, mate. You don't
it's
want
a
to
super
overcook
host
your
named
story.
Jenny.
No.
She's really
Nathan's
accommodating.
actually made a booking just so we can vote early with a clear conscience.
Anyway, I'm sure McAuliffe, he put up a little bit of a funny tweet.
Yes.
It said, if nothing else, the 2022 election will give each and every Australian one of these. And it was just the thing of a pencil.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So when you get in the box, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
get the pencil.
Yeah. The Australian Electoral Commission responded.
By the way, their Twitter game has been very strong.
Yes.
They're doing
Yes,
well.
they said we only have 4.5 million to give 17 million voters, Shaun. So now there's a 4,499,999 million left.
Because people are taking them once
Yes.
they've voted.
So
Because
we'll
you
sh-
put them behind your ear and
But
just
you
walk off.
straight away think that there's certain things that are okay to take. But then you
I agree.
think, like the IKEA pencils. How many people have bloody taken how many of those IKEA
But
pencils?
like, they don't even
Not me,
have
but a
quality
lot of people I
pencil.
know.
They're a terrible
Like-
pencil. And also,
like,
they're so
they're
short that
tiny.
you can't even hold them
Exactly.
properly because they
Like,
dig
there's-
into the palm of your
They
hand.
hold no appeal. If there were pencil
Yeah.
sharpeners there, I'd
Yeah.
probably take those.
Yeah.
Use them for your eyeliner pencils.
Here's a
and
bit of
stuff.
an insight.
Yeah.
But there's no sharpeners. So,
Yeah.
like, what do you want the pencil for?
I tell you what, I used to take, and this is terrible.
Oh, here we go.
No. It was back when Kmart
money
had
out of the
plastic
till?
bags. It was when Kmart had plastic bags, and they've got the bigger ones. You know, when you do a bit of shopping at Kmart. Anyway, so I found out they were exactly the same size as my bin bags, but they fit better in my bin than my bin bags. So I would go to Kmart and I'd buy like a $6 canister. Why wouldn't you? They're brilliant. And then I'd take about 50 bags.
So it's before they started charging
Before they
for
started
them.
charging, I'd take about 50 bags and they'd be my bin bags. I've still got some. No, it's fine.
Were you ever, you know when they used to have those lolly sections in the shopping centre, you ever used to have a crack at them?
No.
The pick and mix, you
I
mean?
have never put a grape in my mouth.
No.
I have never taken a nut and put that in my mouth.
I would have stopped at the grape. Okay, what about when you're staying at hotels? The shampoo.
No, but that's it. You're allowed to take that.
You're allowed to,
You're
but
allowed to
I
take
still
that.
don't even take that.
But
Sometimes
you
if,
don't
there's a
take
good,
it.
if there's a good sewing kit,
Yeah.
I'll take the sewing
Yeah,
kit
but-
because they're always handy. But
One-
sewing
true,
buttons
that's
back on.
Here we are talking about the things that we take, right? But feel
Yes.
the frustration of the people that we're taking from. So say the shampoos and stuff. How many of these people, the housekeepers, that are filling up people's
Yes.
shampoos and shower caps, they leave their cart for a second and come back and the thing's been raided?
Yes.
Think about those
Shaun.
people, Shaun.
We're looking at you.
Carlton Crest. That'll be on to me now. Melbourne Park.
Ever felt like a holiday after your holiday?
Plan your getaway now and make up for missed holidays with whatif.com.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable, so you can book with confidence. Booking cancellation windows apply. What if it's Aussie for travel?
So the Australian Electoral Commission had to remind comedian Shaun McAuliffe that there are only $4.5 million pencils for the election and 17 million people have to vote. So, no, you can't take the pencils home with you.
You cannot take the pencils. We are feeling the frustration from people who have others just take things because they think, that's okay. I can take that. Mel's in Kingsley. Hi, Mel.
Hey there.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
What are you sick of people taking?
So when I was 14, I started working at Baker's Delight.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And as I'm sure you know, Baker's Delight have tastings on
Yes.
offer
Yeah.
all the time.
Yep.
So I'm this little 14-year-old girl with a 3-hour shift, and the list was cleaning, mopping, sweeping, cutting bread. and keep the tasting box full. And so many people would come up and grab handfuls of everything in the taster box. And I would have to stop what I was doing and cut more and put it in. They'd go into IGA, come out, take it again. And it was terrible. 3 years of that.
Oh, yeah, they're filling up.
Mel, so they were just using it as a smorgasbord, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like getting a meal.
absolutely. That was their lunch.
That is no.
I
get it.
I don't. Do you?
I've never.
Have you been
I
to the
have
Motor River
never.
Chocolate Factory?
No, you know what?
Yeah, I have.
Even in
How
the
many times
supermarkets.
do you do a lap around and get more?
No,
chocolate?
no, I don't. I'm not a taster like that.
Yeah.
I'm going
And,
all
and
of
you
it.
know when someone's got something on a toothpick at the shops,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
they're frying chicken sausages
Yeah.
and tell you to
Yeah.
try it, might just walk straight past.
I might have a little
I don't want
cube
your
of
trickery.
cheese if they've got cheese on offer.
A cube of
yeah.
cheese. There's
Pe-
nothing
Peaches
sadder than
has
a cube of
cheese.
cheese on a stick.
The boat shed used to do cheese. They don't do it
Oh,
anymore.
well,
but
You never
I
walk
mean-
past the
Well, you know
bloody
why?
wine tasting
A
box,
cube of
would you?
cheese at the boat shed's $4,000.
I know. It's good. Thanks, Mel. Feel your pain. Tanya's in Mandurah. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi,
Tanya, what are you
Tanya.
sick of people taking?
I am a merchandiser for a card company, and people always pinch the envelope.
Yes,
Do they?
do. They do.
Yeah.
My friend
So
used to
I'm
work at his
constantly
family owned.
filling up.
My friend's family owned a news agency, and they said the same thing.
Really?
That was the most
Yeah.
frustrating thing.
That would be.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, Tanya? You're constantly filling them up.
Yeah, exactly. I have to have a stash with me all the time to fill up. Otherwise, poor people that actually do buy the cards
Yes,
can't
there's no
buy
envelope.
them. Exactly.
Oh, well, that's
Because you know what it is? You do feel like it's a victimless crime because you are buying
Yeah.
the card.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So people don't see that as a theft. But the envelope, you know.
How many people have a need for a single envelope, though?
So many. I don't have
Without
envelopes.
a card.
I don't have envelopes at the moment at my house.
But
So-
how often do you need one?
Well, that's my point. So I'm not going to buy a packet of envelopes. So if I see an opportunity to get a singular one, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
There's your problem, Tanya. We just located it. It's
I
Nathan
wouldn't take
Norris.
it, though. I wouldn't even take a cube of cheese on a stick, Tanya. It's not me. It's not me, mate.
Thank you, Tanya. Scott's in Jundana. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Scott.
Scotty, okay, talk to us. What are you sick of people taking?
My kids' container for change, recycling.
What do you mean?
So we did a letter drop in our neighbourhood informing everybody that, you know, our kids are collecting the containers for change.
Yes.
And so we put a tub out the front for people to be able to just deposit their cans into if they didn't want to take them in and exchange them for money.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
good
then
idea.
people started taking them.
Taking your cans.
Yeah, so people come around on recycling day and they go through all the recycling
Yes.
bins, which is fine. I don't have a problem with people recycling and trying to earn a bit of money, but you don't take ones that are dedicated to other people, so to speak. And we had a sign up and people kept taking them, so then we had to ask the people at Containers to change for one of those big wheelie bins with the green lids that you see in sport grounds.
Yeah.
And they suggested that we chain it to a tree and screw the lid shut because the people have been stealing them from sporting clubs.
Oh, my God.
I've seen people stealing them from
And
sporting
have you?
clubs.
So chaining
Making
it up,
citizens
right?
arrest.
So chaining it up and
Yeah.
then putting a lock on the lid so
Yes.
they can't get in.
Can't get in.
No, I put screws in the lid with the drill.
Yeah, I was going to say you need to put screws in there because I had someone that I knew that locked the lid of their bin for the same sort of deal, and then you just pull the black plugs out from the handle
flip
you
it the
can
other
flip it
way.
the other way. So you need to screw it in
Yeah,
there, but then
right.
it's really
Right,
hard
I'm
to
gonna-
be
sorry,
able
what
to
do you
get
do
them
again?
out.
to get them out.
So
So
write
it's
that down.
And I've caught people with their arm inside the bin
yeah, mate.
trying to reach in and
Scabs
get them
everywhere.
out. So, I gave them a few stern words and told them they're for kids, back off.
They're for kids. Back
So,
off.
so as in just your kids' pocket money, or
Yes.
or your kids raising money for something?
Pocket money. No, this is my kids' pocket money. They collect them, and every month they take them in, and they do all the sorting, and they crush them, and they do all that, and make sure that all the lids are off.
Well, you've
I
gone
like
to
that.
you've gone to
I
the
like that,
you've
Scott.
gone to the trouble of saying to the community, "I if you don't want to come and take
Yes.
come and drop them off." They're donating them to you, to your children. How much
that's
bank are
correct.
your children making? By the way, how much they're making?
Probably about $100, $200 a month
Oh,
between them.
oh, mate, that's pretty good.
Good.
That is good thinking.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, entrepreneurial.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Oh, well, they're saying the big man with the frizzy hair is back, and that is Griffin Logue for the Mighty Dockers. Will he be playing this weekend? Griff, good morning.
G'day, guys. How are you?
It's not frizzy, it's curly.
That's right. How dare you?
Girls get the girls.
Are you
Yep.
serious, Sean?
It's a bit frizzy now, actually.
Right, the
Okay,
rain.
there you go, yeah.
The
Got it.
A
rain.
bit of rain.
The
Yeah,
rain,
a bit of
mate.
rain.
That's why you always need a curly-headed friend in your life because they're basically the weather bureau.
Yes.
Yes, Natalie.
You're welcome. Griff, so will the Frizz be coming out on the Goldie this weekend is the question.
At this stage, it should be, yes. So hopefully we should going over the final team kind of today, but it looks like it should be the case.
That's right, because when Griff enters, they mean Frizness.
Yeah, they mean Frizness.
Getting down to Frizness.
There's going to be stickers galore come out of this interview, Griff. How are you feeling, by the way, Griff?
Down to business.
I got you.
Griff, how are you feeling after the week in isolation?
No, very good. Strong as 10 men, to be honest. I didn't really feel too under the weather. I got a bit nasally, which I probably still am right now. I reckon a bit squeaky, but other than that, no, I honestly felt sweet. Have done a few training sessions now through the week. So a bit tight in the chest initially, but I don't know, get a good blowout and then Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, wow.
That's the spirit.
Heaps of different phrases there, isn't there? So, Griff, you've opened up the door and you're out to freedom. Where did Griffin Logue go?
Straight down to the water.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say hippie club.
Not quite there.
Straight
down.
down.
Great establishment, though.
Oh, it's wonderful.
We don't knock
It's
that
wonderful.
place.
And I don't think it'll ever die.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
It is a good one. So, no, straight down to the beach and quick coffee, just sitting down, and then back into training. But no, it was a good swim for sure.
I know we mentioned coffee a lot with you when we have a conversation. How many do you bang out a day?
How many am I drinking?
Yes.
I reckon 3 to 4, and that'd be double shots. I reckon.
Wide awake.
Shaun.
Working the way up there, but if I'm home and got a day off or something, I'm sitting around and I start making them. I'll probably have maybe 5 sometimes, but I won't always have a double shot.
It's a big unit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, look how much petrol a Hummer takes.
Yeah, that's right.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
great point.
Like, he's gonna...
That is so
Yeah,
true.
I started with a life rule that I'd never have one after 12 o'clock, and then slowly it's just started pushing out to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Does it affect
So
your
now it's a
sleep?
nightcap.
No, you've got to stick strong with your life rules. My dad won't go outside of the house. Or won't go out after
On the
midday.
roads.
Doesn't like to,
Doesn't go on the
unless there's a
roads after
freebie
midday.
around.
Yeah.
Sunlight bad, fair enough.
Yeah. So Fremantle on a roll. It was a good game against North Melbourne. I only say that because I was wondering if Fremantle
Yes.
were going to play at a high level.
Being undermanned as they
Yeah.
were.
Well, I was thinking, they'll probably win, but good teams continue to play that high level they did. This game's a bit of a tricky one against the Gold Coast Suns. Expectations from people outside the unit is that you just go there and win, but they're not easy.
No, it's definitely a danger game. They've obviously played a good brand of footy last week against Sydney, and they did that away. So we know they're good on their home deck as well, and we're not going to take them lightly. We never really take anyone lightly, but it's certainly something that we'll be looking at to kind of keep pushing on our performances. And we threw the word mature around a fair bit throughout the week, and it was because it was a mature performance on the weekend, and we've just got to kind of keep pushing on as a team, and we'll definitely look to kind of excel against Goldie.
Wow.
I think it's going to be super wet, actually, like real wet.
Really?
Is it? Okay.
How wet is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke.
You're waiting for the punchline, weren't you?
And how wet is it, Griff? Anyway. Well, I won't get you to answer that because I know where your brain's going.
Don't have much for you there. I don't know where else we can angle that one.
No, we all knew it was going.
Griff, is there an issue with multiple changes over the last probably 3 weeks? So 6 players in, 6 players out, another 6 in. The continuity of the team.
I don't think so. It hasn't seemed to be rubbing off on our performances too much, and they're bound to happen with regards to kind of blokes contracting COVID and whatnot. So I think there's obviously a challenge there in terms of kind of keeping the continuity going. But as long as we can kind of come in and the old cliche, play the role for the boys. But I think it is still important just to understand and kind of we've just embraced it throughout the whole year and know that it's going to happen. So as long as we can keep kind of fronting up and doing what we can, then we should be in good stead from that. We
saw on the news that Fifey was back on the track. How's he looking? Is everybody frothing over him being there?
Yeah. Did all his arms up?
He looks huge. Not fat, just absolutely shredded.
Just
He's been
massive.
He's been in the arm farm for probably too long already.
I was just saying to the guys this morning when I saw Fifey's back on track.
Yes.
What if the first game that Fifey comes back and plays that you lose?
It's an awkward conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he gets dropped for being a bad omen.
No, he's looking very good and looking strong. He's moving around pretty well, so I think he's only a few weeks away, which is good.
All right, Griff, look forward to the game on Sunday against the Gold Coast Suns. Wet conditions, dry conditions, whatever. We hope you
Doesn't
play
matter.
well, mate.
Yeah.
No worries. Nice and wet.
How wet was it? No.
Pretty
Hey,
wet.
I'll let you know.
Wetter late than never. Hey?
Oh, stop it.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
Sometimes in life, you're shown where your place is. And that just happened here in this studio. Every day we get a thing called the form guide, which is the plan of what's going to be on the show. It just timed out. We're going to do this here, a competition at this
I
time.
love a form
Believe
guide.
it or not, there's a structure to this hot mess.
Yeah, there is.
Nobody ever would have suspected that.
Now, we have only experienced a certain type of paper, which is akin to the cheapest toilet paper you wipe
That's
your
right.
bum with.
Scratchy.
You know, the one that scratches and it feels like you're wiping your ass on a welcome mat?
Sure.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a bit erotic.
Well,
Was that just me?
Sean. Oh, yeah. So Sean sometimes like friction.
Okay,
Everyone
sorry,
put
did
that
I
in
say
your
that
back
loud?
pocket. Sales have a printer, and Amy had to use Sales today. Is that right, Amy? You had to print it out from the Sales printer.
Correct, because our printer in programming
Yeah.
promotions
It's broken
is
again.
broken again.
Again.
Sales
Again.
printer, by the way, looks like it's been plucked from the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Firstly, this paper, I can only compare it to silk.
It's so soft. It's so shiny. Like it should.
Sean, feel
They
it
should
to
make
the-
pillow
I feel
slips
it. I
out of
feel
it.
it.
That, you know when they say
feel it.
this makes a baby's bum feel rough.
Yes.
This is
What is happening? Why have they got fancy paper
like,
down that
are
end
you
of the
ki-
building?
Like, can you?
You couldn't
This is
use
like-
you couldn't use this as toilet paper.
This
though.
would be like touching a diamond.
This is much too much.
Yeah, oh, you wouldn't. There's no friction, Sean.
No.
Sean, there is no friction.
Because
It'd be
it's
like
just
wiping
so-
a bum on glass.
It's
would
so
be.
ridiculously soft.
It is actually. You know,
What is going on?
And I know we bring this up.
We
'cause
are
we're
the peasants in this
We're
building,
not
aren't
people
we?
who like to complain. Or,
No, we're not. We just say it like it is. And it's furthermore when you go into the car park,
Call it as
really,
we see it.
and you look at the cars they drive in. Like, you know, we're all in just like normal brands. They've got the Mercedes and the Audis.
I always notice that too. There's
Oh
been a
my
new one lately
God.
that's a Merc getting around.
Merc?
It's just been pat.
There's
parked there. I'm thinking,
Mercs.
Who's on that?
Oh, it's one of theirs. Guaranteed it's one of theirs.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
You know when they say that Australia's a classless society? Not at Nova, it's not.
They've got giant pools and landscaping. Harry, talk to them about your house.
My house.
Yeah, where do you live?
There's 4 of us. It's dusty.
Tell everyone,
One room has air conditioning.
Pretty old.
Tell everyone what your bedside table was.
A portable air conditioner.
We're in the wrong end of the building.
We
Yeah,
are.
I know. I've got holes in my shoes.
Jeez.
Maybe fill them up with this beautiful shiny paper.
We can't go back to the old stuff now.
Oh, I know.
I used to be up in sales.
Yeah.
We're not speaking out of turn, are we?
No, you're
There's the haves and the have-nots.
You are
isn't there?
correct.
The haves and the have-nots.
We're in a studio. The microphones fall apart every 5
Yes.
seconds. Like honestly, the computer system doesn't work. There's dust everywhere. But down the other
Up
end of the
there,
building,
there is a Moe fountain.
And the irony
It's
is,
just in the middle of the sales floor.
half the time they don't even come to work.
Oh, well, why would
There
they,
won't be
Nelly?
anybody in
Why
here
would
today.
They? Why would they? They're walking on their sprawling grounds of their mansion.
was it last week, Nat? You walked in there and none of the lights were on.
Yeah, no, it was about 10 o'clock in the morning, and the lights in the sales department had not been turned on.
By the way, the lights in the sales department, chandeliers.
Not one
We have
person had come
fluorescents.
in. Not one.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're not one to complain.
we're
as
not
we
one to
mentioned
complain.
before.
And we'd like to say good morning to the sales department, but they're,
Good morning.
I don't know.
Oh, they're not.
out.
Oh, come on, Natalie. They're in their canopy beds. Their butlers will get them up so shortly at a decent time.
Anyway, it's nice to fill this paper.
Oh, let me go out there and see what else they got.
Ellie, fill that paper.
Ellie's
Can I
going to
feel
fill
it?
the paper now.
Fill the paper, Ellie.
Oh my God. Oh, my goodness.
Ellie.
I didn't even know they made paper like that. What is this?
This is
Rub it on your
stunning.
face. Rub it on
Ellie.
your face.
No, I have a thing about paper on my skin,
Rub
but
it
that's
on your-
beautiful.
Rub it on your face just quickly.
I can't.
No, just do it.
No, I don't want to.
No, but
No,
you
sorry.
because you don't understand
Sorry.
what
No,
paper.
no,
Yeah,
but
but that's
just
because you
quickly
haven't had
rub it on
that
your
paper on your skin.
It's
the
lovely.
thing?
It's lovely.
What's the thing? You have a thing about rubbing paper on you.
If paper rubs against my skin, I will faint. I don't like
But
it.
this isn't paper.
It's silk.
It's silk.
Gee, that's a bit next week, isn't it?
Ellie, feel that paper.
Ellie's
Can I
going to
feel
feel the
it?
paper now.
Feel the paper, Ellie.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
Ellie.
I didn't even know they made paper like that. What is this?
This is
Rub it on
stunning.
your face. Rub it on your
Ellie.
face.
No, I have a thing about paper on my skin,
Rub
but
it
that's
on your-
beautiful.
Rub it on your face just quickly.
I can't.
No, just do it.
No, I don't want to.
No, but
No,
you
sorry.
because you don't understand
Sorry.
what
No,
paper.
No,
I-
but that's because you haven't had that
paper.
paper on your skin.
What's
It's
the
lovely.
thing?
It's lovely.
What's the thing? You have a thing about
I
rubbing
can't-
paper on you.
if paper rubs against my skin, I will faint. I don't like
But
it.
this isn't paper.
It's silk.
It's silk.
Gee, that's a bit next week, isn't it?
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
We learned something shocking about Ellie when we suggested she rubs the fancy paper that's in the sales printer that we not normally have access to.
Yeah, it's like those
It's so
1,000
soft.
count
Thread
thread
sheets,
Egyptian
yeah.
cotton sheets. It's like
So soft.
so soft.
But Ellie's like, no, I don't like things being rubbed on my face.
And we're like, come on, please.
as
Then
in
we thought,
paper.
okay, I mean, Ali's so weird.
Paper.
Let's see if there's anyone else out there.
Well, we have got a call already.
Hello, Nova. Who's this?
This is Heather.
Heather, you're on the radio. Now,
Heather.
Yeah.
Are you like Ellie? You can't stand the feel of paper being rubbed on your face?
It depends what sort of paper, like if it's newspaper, rough paper.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
no, I
don't you
don't
like
really
then,
like-
Heather? Which one don't you like?
What don't I like? I like cardboard. I don't like rubbing myself over cardboard boxes.
You don't like rubbing yourself over cardboard
How did you
boxes.
That's
discover
weird.
that?
See?
Well, one
See?
day Heather was packed away.
Really
no,
bad moving
I-
experience.
Did that shift at Vizzy,
I-
yeah.
Yes, Heather, sorry.
My daughter had a little cubby house made out of one of those big cardboard boxes, and I had a shower one day, and I ended up in there nude. And
As
it
you do.
didn't feel very nice.
Sorry.
I'm
You ended
hiding.
up in
Okay,
your
we thought
daughter's
Ellie's life was a puzzle. Yours is even more of a puzzle.
Cardboard cubby box nude.
What are you talking about?
And it's completely put her off for life, Nathan. Ellie's
I don't
just
know.
gonna
Do we
be
have
you.
time to unpack that?
Well,
Unpack
we
that box.
can't unpack it. It's cardboard. She's not in it. Let's go to Matt and Ellenbrook. Matt, hello.
G'day, how are you?
G'day, Matt.
Matt, do you have a
Matt.
problem with paper being rubbed on your skin?
It's not me, it's my partner. So, like, I'm fine with it, but when she has
I'm fine with it.
paper rubbed against her skin, she gets shivers and she almost cries.
She almost cries. So this comes back to trauma generally when you have kind of like an affliction against something. What would a
Yeah.
trauma
Yeah,
be with
what
paper?
triggered that? Yeah.
It's so strange. Like, she can pick it up, that's fine, but if it rubs past her, like rubs against her arm or, yeah. So I don't do it to her because that's a bit mean.
So, but
Yeah, that
Matt,
is mean.
has
No.
it just happened
Horrible.
unexpectedly, like where like she's been sitting on the lounge and she's perhaps put her arm on the newspaper or something?
It's not newspaper, it's weird. It's just like normal A4 paper.
No,
No, all fine. And she gets the shivers.
Yeah.
No, I get the same when Nat walks past me.
Yeah. Did she have a bad origami experience or something? What happened?
Fold you up into 1,000
I have
pieces.
no idea.
Matt, you know what? I really would like her to experience the feeling of an A4 sheet of paper on her body, and I was going to suggest that we send you a packet of Sales's paper, but by the feeling of it, it's about $2,000 a packet.
That's a bit expensive.
We don't
We'll
have
send
it
you
in the
one
budget.
piece.
We don't.
We'll send you one
We don't.
piece.
Not in our budget.
We
anyway.
don't have it in our budget.
No, that's right. Thank you for speaking to us, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, so there's a couple of weirdos out there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, more than a
Ellie
couple.
is
We had a
not
few
alone,
phone
as it
calls,
turns
yeah.
out.
I know, and not the weirdest. That's Heather.
I know. Heather.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Well, the West Coast Eagles have a daunting task this Sunday. They're up against Melbourne Demons,
be
who are
fine.
undefeated. Jeremy McGovern, our Eagle, joins us. Gov, you going to be fine?
You're going to be busy.
It'll be all right.
Nat
Yeah,
believes. Nat's a believer.
we should be fine. Yeah,
It'll be great.
there's all worse things in life, I guess, but
There is.
yeah,
What
it'll
are
be
they?
a big challenge.
Yeah.
Can you go through the list?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
war
right.
in Ukraine, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, obviously you believe you can win this game. So just for the people, pundits out there, how many goals?
What, that we're going to win by?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoot for the stars, Gov.
Hopefully, goals or points, I don't care as long as there's one more than them.
Yeah.
All right, you're paying 17 to 1, which is the rankest of rank outsiders I've seen in the last 10 years.
Then I'm going to say, Gov's going to say they're going to get 17 goals to their 1 goal.
Yeah.
I like
That's
it.
how
That'll pay anything, Gov.
I hope not.
That'll pay anything.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm hoping we're obviously doing everything we can, which I know we will. But hoping it's a close game for everyone and the fans, and obviously when you're going in the games, you've always got to believe you can win, and
that's true.
We still think we can. So
do you?
And it's not a false belief. We honestly think we can win, and they are a great side. They haven't lost in 15 games. I think we spoke about the other
including
day.
that grand final. Yeah. I mean, they are definitely the momentum. You would say is probably with them.
Yeah, definitely. I think the momentum.
Yeah.
Definitely with them, but we got points to prove when it's
someone's got to knock them off at some point.
And it might be us. So we'll be doing everything we can to try to do that. So
they might
we'll
need momentum,
Yeah.
but maybe Gov just needs a little bit of a run up and then go, run and
Or they're
go.
like their
But
bus
that's
might
just a
crash
bit
on
of
the way.
momentum.
Do you know what I mean?
That's fine.
Things happen.
Natalie, you're a fan of theirs. You'd be nice.
No, I'm talking about
talking about
Melbourne. I'm not a fan of theirs.
No, I'm just saying. Like the guys could do it without needing a bus crash.
I'm just
from
saying
the other
anything
people.
could happen.
I think the hardest thing at this point in time, Gov, you know what to do, and I know that you'll be giving it your all because that's what you do. But staying positive around the club and having a good vibe about turning up to training.
Especially when you do interviews like this.
So
it's a good start to my Friday. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Mate.
Or how do you go about keeping the vibe good, mate?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You got to. It is important, Shaun, and being a club when you're going through this sort of stuff, it does make it hard to rock up every day and everyone bounce off the walls and be happy and try and enjoy it. But we find little things here and there to try and enjoy it. You got to understand. We really do understand where we are at, and the small little things. You just still having a laugh. That's the whole point of it. You still got to have a laugh and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
As much as we are not in the situation we want to be in, we can still enjoy it and get better at the same time.
Yeah.
So I guess the contested ball has been an area last week you focused on. I think you went down by only a couple against Brisbane. So is that an area? And I guess that for people out there, contested ball would be a reflection of top-level effort that you're actually cracking in. So is that an area you are concentrating on?
Yeah, I think most teams concentrate on that, but that's probably where it starts at footy at the moment is that contested footy. And, for us, we've been down in it pretty much all year. So, there has been a little bit of a focus to try and get that right. Obviously, that comes off the back of effort and work rate and being hard in the contest. So, we definitely focused on it. We improved on it, but we still need to get better.
Yeah. You acquitted yourself well against Brisbane, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was pretty proud of the boys. I think there's a big task, one, going to Brisbane, and two, with that side they've got at the moment flying. So I felt like we held in. It didn't, to be honest, it didn't feel like a massive 70-point loss. I felt like we were in the game.
Yeah.
For a lot of it.
It definitely did.
That's what it feel like if you're out of the game.
Shut up, Shaun. Leave him alone.
They kept us at arm's length for a while, but it ended up blowing out a little bit. But I'm still proud of the boys.
All right, I'll save you here, Gov. On to less controversial things. Back in the day, what was your favourite nightclub?
Well, Gov wouldn't be going now, obviously.
No.
Yeah,
back
it's
in
a
the
family.
Day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Are you a Bayview guy?
You know what? You know what? I was going out, and I did do exactly what those boys did. When I was a young player. Luckily for me, it didn't get plastered around all over the paper.
And it wasn't in the middle of a pandemic.
No, exactly. There's other reasons. So I'm not giving those boys an out at all. They've obviously done the wrong thing, and they're definitely copping it now. That's for sure. But my nightclub was Studio 146 in Albany.
In Albany?
Okay, what street was it on?
Yes.
We have Sterling Terrace down there.
Sterling Terrace.
That'd be Sterling Terrace for sure.
Oh, nice.
Was there a
Good
big-
tunes, good tunes.
Oh, yeah. The tunes are pretty good, I guess. Yeah.
Was there a big choice of outlets to go in
No,
Albany?
there's
back in
only
the day?
one. Yeah,
right.
just the one, yeah. So we didn't have much choice down there, but a great establishment.
You would have done some damage down there, I reckon.
Nah, not at all.
Gov, back in the day, my brother was a bouncer for Sylvester's nightclub.
In Cal.
Yeah, so I was able to go there underage, and I one time saved the night because I think it was Lenny Kravitz's, one of Lenny Kravitz's.
Aren't You Gonna Go My Way?
Aren't You Gonna Go My Way? Pretty sure I got the timing right with this. And anyway, they said, we really need that song. And we had it down at the Surf Shack where I worked. So I went down and got the CD single, brought it back up, and was the hero of the club.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
I'm not that quite. I'm not lauded like that quite down in Albany, but my run-ins with the pub weren't quite, and the nightclub weren't quite as nice as that. I don't think. The bouncers didn't really like us young fellas down there. We were,
They don't want people having a good time.
Causing a bit of a
You'd have only
ruckus.
just been having a good time.
Yeah, we were trying to have a good time, but you know what it's like when you're a young fella having a good time, you don't really care about anyone else.
100%.
And you start to realise that. But, it was good fun.
Hey, Gov, how's the body for you as we get into this season?
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I had a little setback with the COVID stuff, but, sticking in there and doing everything we can. So, no, I'm feeling pretty good.
So for everyone out there, I used to have a point where maybe it took me to Thursday to actually feel good, and you all of a sudden feel brand new, and then you do it again. So how long does it take for you after a game to feel like you're brand new?
Yeah, it's I don't know about brand new. Sure. I've hit 30 this year, so I don't know if it's in my head, but it feels like it's taken a bit longer to get back to running around and gliding across the ground, Shaun, as well as I do. It does. It's sort of by Thursday, depending on the games and the turnarounds. It does help when you've got a 7-8 day turnaround, that's for sure. But the build up in the start of the week, I'm not doing too much. But back end, starting to.
What do you like the morning after? So when you get up the morning after
shocking.
a game, hobbling around?
Yeah, I'm shocking. Mate, this week was bad. We were Brizzy and then we fly back and land at 4:30 in the morning.
That's
here
brutal.
in Perth in a
because you only get the last half an hour in at the Hibbie Club when you get into that time.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, no, we got the lights come on when we were there, but
but that is the best time to pick up, though, Shaun, because that's like everyone panicking, going, I'll just take what I can get.
That's so true.
Hey, Gov, we've been waiting to kick off Govtree, of course, whereas Jeremy McGovern looks around his house, sees what he doesn't want, and then we
sells it on Gumtree.
Then we offer it to one of our listeners. Have you found anything yet or not?
It depends what. I could always find something, that's for sure. I'm actually going to be moving house soon and moving into renovation, so there'll be plenty of stuff floating around.
Okay,
excellent.
Right.
Well, look forward to that.
People are waiting. I mean,
we don't have a category for you, but you can just pick something yourself and
it's something you think
I'll
that people
think
want.
it.
All right, because people didn't get too much from the budget, just that $400. So people are needing stuff, and Gov's got to come to the rescue.
Good luck to the West Coast Eagles against Melbourne. It's the late game, as I said, on Sunday. It's a big task. The Governor will be there taking intercept marks left, right and centre. Good luck to you, Gov.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Love you, Gov.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
What a week it was, hey? And what do we do with our week is we put it in a scrapbook, and then at the end of the show on a Friday, we get Harry to look through and pick out the highlights.
Sometimes it's a low bar.
Harry said that there's nothing to choose from this week.
Was it a quiet week, H?
Yeah, you guys are pretty useless this week. No, another great week.
Out of 10?
Out of 10? 7.5.
Room for move.
You know what?
I've seen better weeks.
Treat them mean, keep them keen, they say.
Can I just say it took about 2 years to get to this point? It's nice to be here, first of all. Again, a couple of from Monday, it was a long week. A couple of honourable mentions. I like how you guys got calls to identify the weak points in shoplifting policies at the companies earlier in the week. That was great.
Thank you.
But this week it's been all about getting free stuff, and I would expect some free stuff to be coming in the door here at Nova.
We're talking about Shaun's endless plugs for things that he needs to pay for. He's promised them on our
There have been a couple plugs. Have a listen.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun's Weekly Debrief.
Shaun was buzzing on Monday morning after not getting eaten by a crocodile over the weekend at the Lake Argyle swim, and he even enjoyed a scenic helicopter flight.
You have a crack at it?
You were listening, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Heli Spirit up there.
There you go. Shaun just paid for his flight.
For more details, head to helispirit.com.au. How was that, Shaun? Yeah? Great. On Tuesday, the guys decided to... Hang on a sec. What's that noise?
You're hacked. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, no. We're being hacked.
We are talking about when a hacker goes on a shopping spree with your money. What did they buy?
Talia was our first victim.
They bought $6,000 worth of macadamia nuts.
But it was Dana that may never financially recover.
We found out they purchased 14 cartons of cigarettes, a Pepsi Mac and a car wash.
While we're here, put the car through the wash. Chuck the cards in the car wash. Chuck in the waxing too.
What is this person's life?
A little bit of fresh blood in the team on Wednesday had Nathan, Nat and Shaun very excited, but also had them questioning the rest of the gang's enthusiasm levels.
Abby is doing her first shift with us.
Good morning.
So is this a big deal, is it?
Major deal.
Then let's just bring in the anchor, pulling down everyone's general positive attitudes.
It's been, what, 8 years?
Hello, Ellie.
Hi. It's 7 of the worst years of my life.
Thursday was a new day and a new chance for Ellie to get back in the good books.
You guys think it's so old.
You're age shaming.
I'm not.
On maths.
I love
I was going to say I love old people.
And old people.
She does. She volunteers at a lot of nursing homes.
That's right.
This is one of them.
We interrupt this debrief for a quick message from our sponsor. Heli Spirit has been the spirit of the far north since 1984.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, hang on, we can't forget about our pillow sponsors.
Bed shed.
Hit up Big Pillow.
Harvey Norman, they'll be in it.
And of course, our fast food app partner.
The McDonald's app.
That was another debrief, but believe it or not, they weren't the only businesses that got a free plug on the show this week after Nathan spotted a very sus commercial on TV for an Egyptian-themed wellness spa that may or may not have been targeted at gentlemen. So why stop at free helicopter rides for Shaun? Let's get him a free massage at...
Cleopatra's temple. Feel like a king or a queen in an ancient Egyptian theme. Pamper yourself with a friend while you're sipping on champagne. Visit our beauty spa. You'll be well looked after. Cleopatra's temple.com.au. Cleopatra's temple. 94149339.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Big H.
There
Bring it
you
home.
go.
Well, we put the commercial into radio.
We did me. Salespeople are reeling over that. Didn't get 1 cent from any of those. And if you heard us earlier this morning, they've got helicopter fuel to pay for.
Yes. Oh, for helispirit.com.au.
I wouldn't fly. I wouldn't chopper anywhere else. Get to the chopper.
Hello, Ross.
Hey, Nathan and Shaun for Heli Spirit.
Hello, Ross.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, good. What's on the weekend?
Oh, you know.
Just going to head out to Rip Curl myself.
Get the car service to Melbourne.
Yeah. You two are just terrible. I'm off to the Apple store.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Last night, a state budget was handed down by this man, the Treasurer and the Premier, Mark McGovern, who joins us now. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Great
Mark.
to talk to you.
It's very interesting that you're also the treasurer because it seems that our state has a lot of treasure. Oh, Mark McGowan, let them eat cake. I love your reaction to the other premiers.
Well, thank you.
No wonder they hate
They
you.
all hate you.
exactly.
Yeah, what are
Hate
you
you,
doing? You just don't want any friends at national cabinet meetings, or what's going on?
I don't. I've got Nathan. What do I need? Why do I need other treasurers? I've got Nathan, my mate.
Oh,
That is so true.
Yeah, that's it,
that
mate.
should get you far.
Friend to the end.
Or is he just a fair weather friend?
No, I'm
No,
not a fair weather
he's a
friend.
weather friend,
No,
so
I'm-
any weather.
And I'm not a fair weather friend, and I appreciate the $400 electricity.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
That's all right.
But
That's all right.
but think you've been putting up all the other stuff a little bit too much,
Yes.
mate.
Well, if we have a look
especially
at
when I see $5.7 billion, like $400, no worries, but can I have some more of it?
So you're putting up everything, Mark. So you're putting up electricity bills, there's increases to water waste.
Cost of your
there's also the
licence.
licence charges, 3.8%, 6.4% on your driver's licence alone. So inflation in WA is 2.5% higher than any other state. How does it help us?
So, in overall terms, when you take into account the $400 credit, the cost of state government goods and services go down by 3.8% next year. So, I don't know if any other business or organisation is doing that, but the state government is doing that to try and help people with cost of living pressures. So the $400 credit, is something important for everyone.
Yeah,
so
but it's not per person. That's per household for starters.
It's per household.
And so in Shaun's house, he's got 6 people, and 3 of them are adults. So that doesn't equate to that much, really.
Well, there's limited ways we can do these things, but it basically means everyone gets a benefit. We haven't targeted it just to some people. We've said everyone across the community should get a benefit in relation to cost of living.
Okay, so the people in Peppermint Grove are getting the $400 to take off their electricity bill, and then there's the 18,000 people that are in line to get a house. They don't have anything. They might be in caravans and tents. How do they claim their money versus the people who probably don't need it? Did it need to be means tested?
Look, virtually all households have an electricity account, and if you're on a low income, 300,000 households also get what's called the energy adjustment payment, energy assistance payment, which is $318. So they actually get $718 off their electricity bill. So, but basically we've added $400 every household. A lot of people never get anything from government. A lot of people who never get anything will actually get something to help them at this point in time. The other fees and charges basically go up by below the rate of inflation, and that means that in overall terms, 3.8% decline in costs in state government fees and charges next financial year.
Because my thing with it, Mark, is there's you might have read these stories, right? That been going around where their parents have been so frugal their entire lives, and then at the end of their day, when their parents die, they realise they had $4 million in the bank account,
but no bedroom door.
And the kids never had a bedroom
If
door.
I find out about Marlene,
I just feel like we're those children, and you're our parents,
and so being a bit tight-fisted.
So I'd like some of the money while I'm growing up.
Okay, all right, that's probably the worst analogy I've ever heard.
No, it's not actually, mate.
Because, you are gloating about a massive surplus, and it's like, well, what was the need to put up the, those fees and charges then?
Nat, don't defend him.
Answer the question, Premier.
You know that was a bad analogy.
It was not, Mark. You're the fair-weathered friend right now. Come on.
It was, well, you've changed. You've changed since I made that
statement. Severing of a beautiful relationship.
We've got to do a lot of things at once. So we're paying down debt. We're reducing our interest payments. We're putting $2.5 billion extra into the health system.
Yeah.
We're putting $500 million into addressing climate change, $1.3 billion into diversification of the economy initiatives, whole range of social services, particularly to help people in need, additional spending on lower socioeconomic schools, a whole range of things all at once. So, there's limited capacity as to what you can do, but we're putting more emphasis into cost of living and helping families with cost of living than any government in Australia. And I just say to you again, we're trying to reduce that pressure, but we still have to pay for all those, we still have to provide all those services and they cost money. If you do it by borrowing money against the future, all we're doing is adding the debt pressure that has to be paid off next year or the year after or in 5 years from now.
Yeah, but can we push it so the kids in the future have to pay for that?
Well, that's already happening at a federal level. $1 trillion.
Can we just make it the next generation's debt? Anyway, Shaun, go.
Mark, I think some of those things are great. The hospital, hospital system, really, it's been run down to the ground and it's run terribly. So that was, that's just a given, I would have thought. All the other stuff, fantastic. I want to ask you, I asked you this last time we spoke about the tourism industry, right? So the tourism industry over the last year are down about $3.5 billion because of the hard border. So they've done it hard. The mining industry's, just flourished.
Booming,
So that's just kept our state at the top of the pops, clearly. Is there a chance, or why wasn't there a chance for you to go, all the touristing operators who have copped it in the neck, here's an extra bit of money?
We did do that, and we have schemes that allow for.
Well, it's $19 million apparently, because that's on the website. $19 million, and they lost $3,400 million.
No, since December into business support packages, we put around $400 million. Look, and on top of that, the budget actually has a huge increase in tourism marketing and things like that. The thing about, just a couple of points on what you said.
Yep.
The thing about tourism is a lot of tourism over the course of the last 2 years did extraordinarily well, and our retail spend, which includes tourism, hospitality, shops and the like, went up by 22% over the course of the last 2 years, basically because West Australians stayed in West Australia and spent their money here.
Well, why did we lose more money? Why did we lose more money? You're painting a picture as they're making money, but they actually lost money in the sector.
There are some businesses that lost money, particularly your high-rise tourism and your bespoke tourism experiences that rely upon international tourists. Every other tourism business generally was very successful. I don't know if you tried to book anywhere around the state.
No, I don't think that's a measurement.
Yeah, but I do get what he's saying. We were down at the sorry, Mark. We were down at the Segway tours down at Elizabeth Quay, and they were crippled by it because they rely on international tourists. But I do understand that, say, the hotel sectors down south and stuff like that.
You couldn't get a room anywhere between here and Esperance.
All those experiences down south.
What I'm saying is the total pie becomes less. Number one, because you try to go to a restaurant and they can't have the amount of people that you, because of the restrictions. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's just the state of affairs. But if the pie becomes smaller in that sector, then what I'm saying is we've got all this money. Why don't we help out those people? Because the iron ore industry is the thing that's killed the pig because we kept the borders shut.
Spreading the wealth around.
We do have a massive marketing campaign. We do have direct flights starting to Rome and London. We have all sorts of things underway as part of the budget to help and diversify the economy, in particular to help tourism and international education. In relation to the hospital system, we actually have the best funded hospital system in Australia, and according to the Productivity Commission, which is the Commonwealth Government, we have the best performing emergency departments in Australia.
But what the ambulance ramping is out of control.
What are we reading? I've had personal relationships with people going to the hospital in recent times, and they've been horrendous, mate. Absolutely horrendous, Mark.
It is a very difficult period because we have thousands of staff, nurses and doctors that are not at work because they are COVID positive. We also have all the rules around people having to change their PPE. We have the admission procedures, which are very difficult. All of those things are very difficult to manage, but we actually we fund our hospitals 13% above the national average. We've employed another 500 doctors, 1,500 nurses over the course of the last 2 years. We put $5.7 billion in since October, additional, and we bring on 530 beds. But the demand on the system and all these people who are not at work is creating this issue that we currently face. But we're doing our best to deal with it by recruitment campaigns, and hopefully once we get through this COVID period, we'll have people back at work and a lot of it will resolve itself.
Right. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Well, thank you for the $400. Just quickly before we let you go, masks, are they coming back because people are freaking out? I mean, I don't know why because I wear a mask out still, but...
Well, I don't want to, but I don't want to make it compulsory at this point in time, but I'd certainly encourage people, wear a mask if you want to. If you feel unsafe, just wear it. Just wear it.
Is there a critical point, numbers-wise, if the hospitalisations get, we've seen massive
it's not hospitalisation,
spikes.
it's just a number on ventilators.
No, but she's saying if
hospitalisations go up, then there's still people taking up beds.
It's been stable.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
ICUs has been relatively low. We do have a lot of people coming to our emergency departments with COVID symptoms and all that sort of stuff, like, enormous numbers, but we're dealing with that as best we can. Yeah. But we don't set an exact number when you will get, where you will reintroduce masks. We just monitor it and see what happens, and if we have to, we will.
Okay. Right. Well, we appreciate your time. We know you're on your way to a breakfast this morning.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Premier.
From an ivory helicopter, I hear.
Gold-plated.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.